What up, buddy? It's your boy, Micheal, aka Just Was Like back with another video. You know it is now 12:35 at night. Was supposed to go to bed like literally hours ago, but I just had to bring you another video. Um, Shout out to my boy Ghost in the Mirror. I don't know your real name, man. Just let me know in the messages that we have on here what your real names are. I don't mind if you don't want me to call you by my real name, but I like to be on first name basis with people, certain people, like you and Brandon, and Dalton, aka Goose and Smile. Um, so where was I at? Oh yeah, so as you probably won't know this about me because I put on a front on YouTube. Well, I don't always, but um, I'm a huge asshole to my friends, and it's okay because my friends are all assholes too. Like legit, we call ourselves the AAAA, and what that means, basically translated, it's the Asshole Anonymous Association of America. And we do this. We're just assholes to each other in general. We make fun of each other. We bash each other. And you'll see it so much when we do upload our podcast to our new to Gator Productions, which will be our channel together, my friends and I. And just all of us have like stories from basically our lives. Just like my friend Chris has like the funniest dog stories. Like I don't know why, but his family has something problem with running over animals for some reason. By accident, again, by accident, sometimes. Sometimes it was intentional, though. Sometimes it was intentional. But you'll have to watch the podcast. I'll listen to the podcast to hear it. Anyways, so, another thing is I could be a complete, I am sometimes a complete asshole to my girlfriend. Sometimes. Sometimes. And in this story, this is one of the cases where I was completely asking my girlfriend, and she got me back, but she took it too far. In my opinion, you can all tell me in the comments below if she took it too far or not. So, my girlfriend and I love horror movies, as you all know. I'm a huge Freddy Krueger. I'm a huge 80s horror fan. I love 80s horror. It's one of my favorite eras for horror film of all time, just because it's the era Freddy Krueger was introduced to, the era Chucky was introduced to, Jason was introduced in the 1980s, and basically those are my three favorite slashers. Besides Scream, Ghostface, and I think that's well, Leprechauns really isn't a slasher, but I do like the Leprechaun. I do like Saw, but he's not a slasher either. Yeah, but Ghostface is the only other slasher I'm technically like. Oh, and Norman Bates from Psycho. I like him, but he was in 1960. Anyways, back to the video. So my girl, at one point on Halloween one year, I was Jason Voorhees for Halloween, and skip ahead to my junior year, I believe. Yeah, junior year, and I was already been dating my girlfriend P. I'm not gonna say her name again. For about a year and a half. And we've already, had sex, like I said in the last video. And everything was going great. We were having fun, chilling, playing around, watching movies, going to parties and stuff like that, as every high school teenager would do. And one Halloween, I threw technically a party at her house. My parents would never threw a party at my house. And I invited all our friends. And it wasn't no normal party. Because Halloween parties, there's drinking and there's fun and costumes. See, I'm a Halloween party. You can have all that. I don't mind. But you have to have, in my opinion, two things. One, a best costume contest. Or the scariest costume contest. And two, a non-endless supply of just watching horror movies until someone pisses their pants to the cry or something like that. And I had brought in, like I said, I came from a family of all horror fans, minus my mom and my dad. My dad liked old horror films like Abbott and Costello Meet the Werewolf or Frankenstein, or like Dracula or Wolfman, and I like those. Don't get me wrong, they're great films, but I don't particularly like black and white films that much because it leaves the absence of what really is, and I do like color films more. Let me get this straight. Technicolor I can handle, but anything under than that I just can't. I actually that's not true. Psycho did scare the shit out of me, and the first film in 1960s, but only because I watched it at 3 a.m. And there was all my lights were off, and the last scene is legit nightmare fuel. If you haven't seen the last scene of Psycho, do not watch it at 3 a.m. Swear to God, you will cry and you might piss your pants. But anyways, back to the video at hand. So at one point I had found out from we were watching. I had brought in Nightmare on Elm Street. I think I brought in Nightmare on Elm Street 2 and 3. I had all these on loan though from friends. They weren't giving. I didn't have Nightmare on Elm Street the complete series until about 2, 3 years. No, beginning of last couple months ago. I got it. I had already had Friday the 13th though at this time, so I had like every Friday the 13th, everything. I think I brought in Ghost, Scream 1, and Scream 2. Cause I had all the Screams, I know that. I don't know where they are right now. I think they're somewhere in my horror movie case downstairs. And I brought Evil Dead 2, which is my favorite Evil Dead of all time. Reason why? I love the laughing scene with all the things. That was my favorite scene of all of Evil Dead series. Besides the Army of Darkness. Army of Darkness is my third favorite film. I don't particularly like 1 that much, but I do like 2 and 3. But 2 is my favorite for that laughing scene. Also the scene where it says, "Why asshole," and then Ash Williams just points the shotgun into it, says, "Swallow this," and just blows the head off the demon thingy, Deadite. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So I had scared my girlfriend. I found this by my girlfriend is petrified of Jason Voorhees by watching these movies. She's completely scared of it. So that night, 2 nights later, I'm staying over at her house. It's not Halloween yet. It's the day before Halloween, and I was Jason previously for the last year's Halloween. So I had brought the mask in, and it's like must have been 12:30 at night. So at one point, I had left the stuff in her brother's room. Her brother was in on the prank. He knew what was going to go on. Okay, here's what I told him. I'm gonna dress up as Jason Voorhees. I'm gonna go in her room, and her room is complete darkness. The only time she would have anything out of that is I was sleeping with her, and I would be having a TV on. I can't fall asleep without a TV. That also means if you turn off the TV, I will wake up and I will be really mad at you. My dad would hear an earful when I was a kid if he turned off my TV as a kid. The next morning or anything like that. Anyway, so back to the video at hand. What was that? So I dressed up and I'm in the mask, everything. I did not put on I put on a trench coat jacket, and I had the machete. And it's completely pitch black in the room. The only reason why I'm able to see or know where to go in the room is because I know where she sleeps and I know the layout of her room so much. I had walked over to her side of the bed, and I start doing the and she's like, "Josh, stop it. It's not funny, Josh. Stop it." And then I'm like, and then, "Josh, stop it." And she goes to reach for her phone, and she turns on the flashlight app, and all she sees is what was basically Jason, me, in the mask, in the machete like this, over like this, and she freaks out. She screams, "No, I'm too young to die." And she starts to cry. She backs up against the bed, trying to throw a pillow at me. Her brother comes in, we're laughing. I'm laughing, the lights are flipped on, we're both trying to flipped on the lights, we're laughing. Because you guys are assholes. We're like, "Oh, we know that," but it's just too funny. And then I make fun of her for about 3 days, and that's, well, like every time I see her, no, don't kill me, I'm too young to die. She also said, I think she also not too pretty to die, too. But she was, but still. So what happened was, from then on, 3 days later, or 4 days later after that, it was a Monday. God, I hate Mondays. Even now I hate Mondays, but Um, so, like I said in my last video, my mom told me when I had entered high school, if I had ever gotten a girl pregnant, she would cut off my dick. Okay? And, do not want that to happen. My mom, I even told my mom that one time, you would go to jail for murder. Said my mom and my dad looked at me both and said, it'd be worth it. And I'm like, okay. Okay. No, duly noted. So, I woke. My dad used to wake me up at 6 o'clock every morning, go to the bus, and the bus used to arrive at 6:30. So my bus usually had a habit of being late. The only time it was usually on time was on spring break, winter break, and summer break. So it was and the first day of school. So yeah, it was the only time it was ever on time. Other times it was usually about 30 minutes late, 10 minutes late, or very early. So so I wake up in the morning. And I look at my phone because I had 4 texts. 3 are from my friends, and 1 from my girlfriend P. And the girlfriend P says, I took a pregnancy test last week, 2 days ago, because I was late for my period, and I'm pregnant. And you ever had the moment where, like, my dad used to have to wake my brother up and me up by doing this. If by trying to wake us up 3 times, and if we did not wake up on the 3rd pull, he would always say, "Do I get the water bottle?" And our eyes would snap around like ninjas, because what my dad would do if he got the water bottle, he would take the water bottle that we had usually drinking from the night before, go in and just pour it all over us. And says, "Now, good, you're awake. Get in the shower." He would pour it right over us. He would not care. My dad would not care. But I didn't need the water bottle. I was freaking out. My dad comes in, I'm already awake, and my dad's like, "So how'd you sleep, son?" "Oh, it was good, Dad." And I'm trying to keep a good face for my dad, so he doesn't think something's going on, and I don't lose my naked at that point. So I'm getting in the shower, get dressed, I get my cologne and everything put on, and I get my deodorant, and I go downstairs. My dad makes me eggs, as I always ate before I go to school. I eat the eggs, and my dad drives me to the bus stop, and I get there, and I meet my friend on the bus, and all my friends are like, "Yo, Josh is on the bus. What's up, Josh?" And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna die. And my friend's like, "Why? What do you mean?" Like, P is pregnant. And she's like, "No." And that's not a problem. Like, my mom and dad used to told me before I started high school that if I ever got a friend, they would cut off my dick and kill me. And I'm like, oh. They're like, oh. One of my friends was the brave one. Like, "Yo, you can stay at my place until the things was over." "Yeah, they'll kill you too, buddy." That's what I said. They'll find me and kill you too. Like, okay, they're like, "Oh," you say, "Okay, new plan. We're not gonna do that." Okay. And I said to them, say, "Okay." So I get to school, and the entire day, I'm like, "Well, I'm fucked." Like, I'm gonna be a teenage father, high school father, at 17, I believe, 17. It's not gonna be fun at all. It's gonna be really bad, actually, really sad. So, how it went from there was, so it goes all the way up to, my girlfriend would drive me home at the end of the day for school, after school. I didn't really take a bus in the afternoon, but unless she wasn't feeling to drive me, or like she was busy and do something else. So she was about to drive. I waited outside for her to pick me up, and she did. And I'm like, "So we're gonna talk about this or what?" And she's like, "Talk about what?" Like, the part where you said you were pregnant to me this morning at 6 o'clock a.m. And I'm like, "Oh, right." She's like, "Right." And then she says to me, looks me dead in the eye and says, "April Fools." It was April 1st, and I'm like, my first reaction was, "What the fuck?" So how do you know it now? You know how it feels, doesn't it? Like, it's not the same. Jason does not add to, like, "I'm pregnant at 6 o'clock in the morning." I'm sorry, this is not. It's not the fucking same. It's just not. It's like the equivalent of saying, "Oh, when's the baby due?" And it turns out the person's just fat. Okay? It's like Benjamin Oberson. It's not in the book of whoops. It's not the book of whoops. It's just not in the book of whoops. I'm sorry. You can't just say to someone like, How does that feel? It does not add up. Sorry, it does not add up at all. And I was so pissed at her for like 3 days. I'm like, you do not get it. Like, I told her before when we first started dating, if I get you pregnant, keep it to your fucking self. Just lie and say you cheated. Please, I do not want to lose my dick. I just don't. I'll be in the kid's life, but I do not want to lose my dick. And I said to her, my parents were not the ones that, I don't think they were joking. I think they would literally cut off my dick. And that, to this day, I think they will. I don't think they, at least until when I hit maybe 29 or 28, they might not do it. But to this day, I think they will. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe. This is all for my friend, my good friend, Joseph in the Mirror. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. And also, thank you all for 100 subscribers. I couldn't do it without you guys being there and everything. And 103 subscribers. So I will see you guys in the next video, which will be like once I do it tomorrow. Probably be another story time video because I haven't done these in a while. So I gotta be up doing these. See you later, guys.